I'm currently sitting out here in southern, sunny California. I'm actually in a neighborhood with very nice trees, very trippy trees. They don't bend very much, so they seem strong to me, yet they're very all over the place. See the one in my front yard here. Got my window right there, some planters just outside the window. I'm gonna plant a few specific plants. One that I'm not gonna bring up, but if you guys have any ideas of good things to plant, something I can wake up to in the morning, walk over, pick off a leaf, or just smell even. Smells are powerful, you know, they're like human beings. Except for the more direct. Smells are more direct. Yeah, so this is going to be the first video. I'm not even entirely sure anyway. It'll be my first video in the series of videos that I make in Torrance, California. Moved into my new place 3 days ago. Yesterday, I went to this place called... I went to a feed store, and I got 2 big bags of... Let's see, the one on the bigger one is wood shavings for Humanure, and the other one, the white one, is rice hulls, because a friend of mine just told me about Bokashi and how it varies from indigenous microorganisms, or IMO piles. In IMO piles, we use lactobacillus, which we concentrate from the microorganisms in the air. Rather, we collect lactobacillus as well as many other things from the air in a little starchy water formula that you get just by mixing rice and water, straining out the rice, and what you have is an available food starch. We'll say that, an available food starch for the microbes. So everything from the air comes in and lands, and it starts to grow in about a day or a day and a half, depending on the temperature, outside of course. And then what you do, so I suppose I'll explain it a little briefly, but in detail. After that's sat out for a day, your rice water, you'll see little stuff growing on top, but on the bottom there will be solids. And I figure that's the higher molecular weight, I don't even know, starches from the rice. It might even be poop or excretion from the microbes. Anyways, there's a solid layer of white at the bottom. You don't want to use that in our next step. So after you have that collection and small growth on top, you want to pour it into, ideally, raw milk, just because, I don't know, whatever. Any milk works apparently. You pour it into the milk, keep the solids out, you can toss them, and then a breathable lid on top of your inoculated milk from your locally collected microorganisms. A day and a half, 2 days, it'll curd up. Mine is still getting solid. I'm going to let it keep getting solid, and then once you have the curd on top, the cheese basically, you can eat it, which is why I like to have the raw milk. And so you have the curd, and then you have all the whey. And that whey is the concentrated lactobacillus in like a crystal. I dropped it last night, and that happened. The crystal is totally unharmed, just the resin. That's kind of cool. He revealed himself. I like to have this with me in the car driving through the city. And I have these magnets. I know I'm getting off topic, but I have these magnets that I want to, very strong, do some sort of something with them. So you can put them around a blender as you're blending things. I was thinking I'll put them around my stone grinder as it spins. Create some sort of magnetic field. What am I talking about? I don't know. Just, people say words, and words translate into ideas, and ideas turn into experiments. And experiments either turn into truth or debunkery. So, let's move on. Anyways, rice hulls. So the indigenous microorganisms use lactobacillus, which I described how to concentrate. A friend of mine, he was saying Bokashi uses different types of microorganisms. I know that the fermentation is anaerobic, and it's not using lactobacillus. And he says lacto doesn't work it's not as tough in the open environment. So I'm going to give Bokashi a try. I'm going to document it here. I like how short my video is at the moment. It's only 6 minutes. So I'll make Bokashi. I use it as soil input. I'll use it on Humanure. If we get some animals, I heard just yesterday that the South Bay, a cluster of cities in southern Cali, removed regulations which would keep people from having animals. So if there are chickens in this backyard eventually, one can use the Bokashi as well as the IMOs. You can use both, really. Very similar, just different. This is where experimentation comes involved. Feed them with the Bokashi mixture, fermenting their food, or feeding them with the IMO mixture and fermenting their food, and kind of seeing what works, if possible. If I can create an experiment that would give effective results. Otherwise, there's the idea of giving them both, but I feel like giving them one would be better. One is more than likely better than the other for them. We'll find out. Anaerobic versus aerobic. Aerobic being the IMOs, indigenous microorganism. Anaerobic being Bokashi. Alright, so I'll end this today, and I'm going shopping for a few more things. I have worm castings on my mind. I have water filter on my mind. I gotta call the city of Torrance to see what they're putting into the water system here, in order to find out if I need catalytic carbon as well as just activated charcoal. Or is it charcoal? Activated charcoal? Anyways, I have activated charcoal. Is there a difference? Doing the research. Activated charcoal. Is it the same as charcoal? Or is it the same as catalytic carbon? Are they all three different things? Either way, I have the necessary charcoal in storage. It's my friend, and I have a water filter as well. So I'm thinking, throw the charcoal in there, it'll get the chlorine out. But if there's chloramine in the water, so I hear it's a possibility, you need the catalytic carbon. I researched that a little bit. I'm not gonna. Something about catalytic carbon is measured. Its efficacy is measured by how much hydrogen peroxide it can break down. So in my understanding, it's going something like chloramine to hydrogen peroxide to chlorine, and then the regular carbon or active carbon can filter it out. Now, this doesn't discuss fluoride, so as you can see, I'm on a mission. Water filter, worm castings, Bokashi, Humanure. 4 things. I feel like there's a fifth. Is there anything else? Bokashi, worm bins, reaching out to school systems, water filter. I feel like I'm trying very hard right now. I almost want to look at my phone real quick. Let's see. Didn't I? Alright, we're going to stop it right at 10. If that's a thing. What else? I'm going to go to my Facebook post here. Anyways, yeah. Another topic is simply the absorption of sun. Just the sun. Getting sun. Super important, I feel. Maybe some people can't absorb the sun as much as they could. And so what fits into my life in a rather synchronistic way is, well, it's all health, it's all knowledge, it's all intelligence. Until I build an infrared sauna in my backyard, maybe that's the fifth thing. That would be good to get. Alright, making it the fifth thing. Infrared sauna. So you can sweat and gouache. Gouaching being the act and the art of scraping one's skin to open pores and to sweat more. And the way I've done it is once you're sweating more, you throw on some coconut oil, it binds, and you keep gouaching, and you pull out all that coconut oil, and the coconut oil pulls out pus. It pulls out everything that's clogging the lymph system. So, with both things, gouaching and alcohol scrub, I'm using a mineralized vodka with iodine to exfoliate all over with a small exfoliation glove I have. Open up the pores, clean the skin. In both cases, well, actually not in both cases. I don't know. It's more necessary to put on coconut oil after using the vodka scrub just to sort of moisturize your skin again. But other than that, you can straight up just go all Christ in the sun and absorb the infrarays from the sun, the UV rays, and you chill in there. So clean the skin, open up, grab the sun, let it in. Oh, open up, be free. Alright, we'll end it there, guys. 11:55.